So I gave you like 4 situations, and the last situation I'll just give it to you so that you will understand why training is important and what exactly training is, right? Here what happens is, definition in the sense, it has been defined by the people who have already defined what exactly training is. That will increase the productivity and that will increase the profitability. That is the reason training is very much needed. It actually gave him more ideas of how to handle the situation, more how to go with more usage of technology. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to One and All. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Commerce and Management in Vidyashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. Welcome to the new chapter, new session, and here we'll go with the chapter called as training. Now for human resource management, I'll tell you, training is very essential. And in this chapter, we're going to learn about the techniques of training, the methods of training, what exactly training is all about, and who should get training and why they should get training. So the entire chapter is all about the training here. So let's learn more about it. The first one here is the meaning of training. Now, why we are supposed to go for a training is the first question. Okay, if you can answer that, I'll tell you the meaning itself is there, right? So a person whoever doesn't know anything about any organization, and in the first place he gets selected and he comes to the organization, he is supposed to actually get a training. The reason is the organization practice and the theoretical whatever you have studied in your universities, totally they are different. So just to know about what the process of organizing and how the process will actually be there, any person who is a fresher should actually get accustomed with all the aspects of the organization process. That's the reason they are actually goes to a phase called training. That is one thing. Second thing, to upgrade their knowledge, to upgrade their skills, to upgrade their way of approach of handling a situation, now they are supposed to go for training. So there are 2 criteria which I have told you. The third one here is, all the employees in an organization are not the stardom, right? They don't have a stardom, or they are not like very efficient. There are few people who are not so efficient. So to attain that effectiveness and efficiency, they are supposed to go for a training. So I gave you 3 statements where why a person should actually go for training. The fourth one here is, there are few curriculums which are mandatory for all the employees, and they are supposed to know how these curriculums starts and how they are actually forwarded in. Now that's the reason each and every person should actually go and attain those trainings, so that the other person will actually get to know what is your strength and what is your weakness, and they can polish your strength and they can actually make your weakness as your strength. That is, they can train you so that your weakness can be your weapon, right? And it can be your strength as well. So that's the reason we should have a person, we should go for a training, and it can be a one-to-one training, it can be one-to-many training, right? So it can happen like that. So I gave you like 4 situations, and the last situation I'll just give it to you so that you will understand why training is important and what exactly training is, right? Now we won't be learning everything, right? There is something which we wouldn't have learned. Say example, there is a change in the entire organizational system. Now you don't know, it happens whether it is the factor is a micro environment or the macro environment. Just an example where I'll just give it to you. Till 2019, we did not know that there can be a pandemic, and 2020 we got to know there is a pandemic and the entire world there was a lockdown. Now people whoever like normally they were like, they used to go to the office, they used to actually come back, it's like 9 to 5 o'clock. Now they didn't get these kind of things. That is, this is an uncertainty. To prepare once for the uncertainty, you are supposed to go to training. That is, when you are in our training session. They're gonna now, I'll tell you, this pandemic have taught each and every company that they are supposed to train their employees for the unexpected uncertainty kind of environment also. That is, you are supposed to be prepared if something happens in the next year or some other day. So that's the reason training is very, very important. So the first, training is concerned with teaching, learning, carried. That is, teaching or learning carried on for the basic purpose of enabling the employees to acquire and apply the knowledge, skills, abilities, and attitudes needed by that organization. So the organization will gonna prepare you how you are supposed to behave, how you are supposed to have the knowledge, what all are the skills which are necessary for you to know. So that's the reason we give training. The objective of training is to develop specific and useful knowledge, skills, and techniques. There are few specific things which you are supposed to actually have. It is intended to prepare people to carry out predetermined tasks in well-defined job context. That is, whatever the organization gonna decide that what is that you are supposed to do, that is predetermined, you are supposed to get it done. Now if you can't, you are supposed to go for training, then learn and then come and do it. Training is basically a task oriented activity. It is basically what? A task oriented activity aimed at improving performance in current or future jobs. And here you need to understand, training is not just given for the current job, it is also given for what? The future jobs also. The reason here I'll tell you. The minute somebody gonna select you, they'll not think only about current period, right? They're gonna think about like 5 years, 10 years, how can I utilize this person? That is what the human resources is all about, right? That is, you will not select a person only for a year or 6 months. You will actually go for an interview. You are funding in that interview. You are investing on human resources. Now you will actually take the potential candidate. The minute the candidate has been selected, now you will aim forward. You will aim for a long run. That is how to take the use of the human resources so that they can actually go for training and we can teach them so many things and they are supposed to stay in a company for a long run. That is how you people will go with gauging the candidate. Next one is the definitions of training. Whenever we go with the meaning, the definition is actually the same, but here what happens is, definition in the sense, it has been defined by the people who have already defined what exactly training is. Now say example, a very well-known person, that is Dale S. Beach. Now he defines training as the organized procedure by which people learn knowledge and or skill for definite purpose. Now according to Edwin Flippers, training is an act of increasing the skills of an employee for doing a particular job. Now in the way the words have been taken by Jack, he always says that training is the process of transmitting and receiving information related to problem solving. So these are the definitions by these people. Please do remember all the definition. You are supposed to write these definitions in your main examination whenever they're going to ask you about explain the methods of training. Don't just start explaining the methods of training. You are supposed to first give an introduction, that is introduction of training, and then meaning of training, definition of training, and then you go with the methods of training or types of training or what are the importance of training. Any question you can go with it, but the first thing is write the introduction, then the meaning, then the definition, and then go for it. So these are the things which you people should do. So importance of training. Now importance of training is a 10-mark question. You are supposed to concentrate in this importance of training. The first one here is, it improves skills and knowledge. Why training is given? Just to enhance or improve your skills as well as your knowledge. Second is, it satisfies the recommendation of performance appraisal. Now In the last session here, I have told you about the performance appraisal. So because of training will actually recommend for performance appraisal. Next, it prepares employees for higher responsibility. The more you are solving the problems, that means what? You are trained, already trained. So that means you will be getting more responsibility. And one more thing, performance appraisal also, it is giving you a recommendation in the sense, now it is a time for you to get that promotion. It shows employees that they are valued. It tests the efficiency of a new performance management system. That is your management information system. Is that's exactly, you have one more system called as the new performance management system, and here it is. It improves IT and computer skills. See, before this pandemic and after the pandemic, what has happened, I'll just tell you. Because of the training and the sessions which they go with in the Zoom meetings or in the Google classes, people who did not know how to use computers or laptops, now they are getting trained and they are using the smartest computers, the laptops. The reason is what? You will actually enhance more skills and more knowledge in the updating the things. That is the reason training is very, very important, students. Next one, here we'll go one by one. The first one is all about it improves skills and knowledge. When it improves skills and knowledge, what are the advantages here? Employees training program helps improve the knowledge and skills of employees to match the various changes in the industry. Is that if there is any change in the industry, through training you can actually cope up with it and then you can perform. These improvements with positivity affects the productivity of workers, which can increase the profit and efficiency of the organization. Definitely you will have an impact in the productivity. That is, you will be going for the betterment of the organization, because the more you have got the skills and the knowledge, now what happens is you will go for a qualitative products that will increase the productivity and that will increase the profitability. That is the reason training is very much needed. Some of the things that is employees may learn through training includes work ethic, human relation, and safety. So they'll get to know that working with the team and working all alone, there is a difference. Because unity of command, unity of direction, we know, but there is something called esprit de corps. That is, you need to work together with harmony and not discord. You should always have cooperation and not individualism. That is how you will get to know while you go for a training. Here, when you go for a training, because your skills are being upgraded, you will know how to handle the situation. Now you will also measure the safety in it. You'll be very careful. You will know what are the merits, what are the demerits, and then you will follow the things. So that is the reason we should always go for training, because it will improve our knowledge as well as skills. Next one is it satisfies the recommendation of performance appraisal. When an organization employee performance appraisal suggests the need for improvement on a particular subject or skills, training programs can be organized for staff members to help satisfy these requirements. Training can therefore address an identified problem area and work towards a solution. So the more you are getting trained, you can actually solve more problems. The minute you can solve more problems, you can also accept more responsibility. When you accept more responsibility, now they got the management on the top level, they'll actually recognize you and they can give you the promotion, the compensation, or increase your salary, or somewhat they can actually make sure that you are being noticed and you have been given the power, is what the top management can actually go with. It prepares employees. Now, uncertainty says that through training you can actually get prepared and you can go with it. Now, training programs can also help prepare employees who are moving into higher roles and taking on more responsibility in an organization. These programs will help them learn the skills that are required to function effectively in their new positions. For example, they may be trained in leadership skills or in specific software they will use in their new role. So through training, you can actually polish your career, you can polish your position, you can actually get more responsibilities. The reason is you will know each and everything that what exactly you are supposed to do. So these are the things which happens when you go for training. It shows employees that they are valued, right? Implementing training programs in the workplace will help the employees feel like the company is invested in them. By continuing to teach your employees the new skills and abilities, they will not just become better workers, they'll feel like more productive members of the organization. This will improve their morale as well as their workplace capabilities. Now, the minute the organization is investing on human resources, now what happens is the people will also feel that yes, the company is actually thinking about us and they are giving a contribution to the employees. Now when the employees feel about it, now the employees also feel that the company is getting the value for us, they are thinking about us, and they are making our career also to develop. So these are the things the employees will always feel whenever the training is given to them. And next is, it tests the efficiency. Now, whenever we go with the efficiency or the performance here, what exactly really happens is employees training programs helps an organization test the efficiency and effectiveness of a new performance management system, which will help the HR establish clear performance expectations. Now, through training, we can actually expect how an employee can actually work in future. You're not recruiting a person only for the current situation, you're gonna recruit the people even for the future situations. Using these systems to train your employees will reinforce the necessity of meeting goals and help employees better to understand what is expected of them. So the more you are actually giving training and all, the employees will also understand that what the organization wants from us. And I'll tell you here, students, the more you learn, the more you earn. That's the reason whenever training session is given, if you are in any of the organization or a company, or if you will join any organization or company, please don't hesitate in going for this training, because something is better than nothing. That is what the policy of training is. You will definitely get benefited from training. The next one here is it improves IT and computer skills. Now the best example here, I'll just tell you here. The first thing which you should know is, even I was shocked when I saw an interview where Narayan Murthy, the founder of Infosys, now he said that when Infosys gave training sessions to all the freshers, the new techies, even Narayan Murthy, he went and he attended those 18 days program. I was like shocked. Now Narayan Murthy being a techie and all these years of experience, now why is that he is going for this training? And Narayan Murthy, after the 18 days, the training was all done and he came out and he said that it actually gave him more ideas of how to handle the situation more, how to go with more usage of technology. Then I was like shocked. A person who was a trainer to Narayan Murthy was in his 30s to 40s, right? But Narayan Murthy being so senior, a person who has constructed and built this big Infosys empire, now he is getting trained under a person who is not even like his age. Then Narayan Murthy told that it's not about the age, it's not about the position what he holds, it is the ability of making somebody learn. That is what the beauty of training is. So he has given, that is the trainer has given Narayan Murthy few more ideas so that Narayan Murthy can use it in the next year. So that's the beauty of training. Now training programs helps employee learn about specific computer skills and IT topics. such as the use of software system. Companies may train their employees to create graphics and spreadsheets, edit data and their database, and understand network arrangements in order to provide a more comprehensive understanding of computers to improve workplace efficiency. That's the reason we are supposed to go for training, because it will enhance your skills more. If you have any doubt regarding this session, please do call us. We are always there to help you. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.